So today we are working again on the Triumph, and this time we're going to be fitting some accessory spotlights on the front. Just hung them down and I've just got the wiring done. So I've got a wired switch on the handlebars alongside the heater grips. Wired it up to the bike. We've tested them, they do work, but now it's about what can we do about positioning and where do we want to put them. I've seen a lot of people put them at either side of the headlight, but I think I'm going to fit ours a little bit further down and on the crossbars. So this is what we will call a cleat, and basically it's a split bracket that we use for wiring. So if you've got a big cable and you want to attach it to a wall, you can use the cleat. All I've done is I've been out and got a cleat that will fit on the bar here. Obviously we could put it all the way up there if we needed, but I think we're going to put that further down. Now, like I say, I wired most of this in. Now these lights came today, basically they're 6-point LEDs. I'm just trying to work out whereabouts to place them on the bike. I don't want them sticking out too far, but obviously I don't want them all the way in either. So if the bike goes over, I don't want them damaged. So I think I'm going to be making a bracket up to fit them there. They are adjustable, so you can, the mount adjust round, so you can move it to tilt it, and obviously you can move it in and out on the mount. But one thing it doesn't have a direct contact between here and here. You can probably see on the side here, I'm going to be putting a bolt through there. So as you can see here, I'm going to be having to make a bracket that goes from the back of the light onto the cleat. So at this point I've got a bit of angle steel, and what I'm going to try and do is I've got to get the bracket to go from that section to here. So what I'm looking at is I've got some adjustment on the light. I'm wanting the light to sit somewhere there, but obviously I'm going to be able to bolt it through there and then bolt it down here. So that's why I've gone for the angled. Obviously I need a trim here to allow me to drill a hole in there to mount it up, which I think I'll do first. And so we'll cut a section off. So I'll cut that little square off there first. That'll allow me to sit a bit further back and get better fitting on that section, and then we'll bolt that up, and then we'll see where we're going to put the light next. So we've now got the bracket pre-made, so we've made this up just to see where everything needs to be, give us some idea of what we've got to do to make it stable, but also what we're going to do regarding cutting it to length. Oh, I can't move that at all, and that's very difficult to move. So it looks like it's going to be stable, and then what we'll do is see what that's going to be regarding its position. So you can see now roughly where we're going to have to finish off the bracket. If I cut that off at that should be sufficient on that length to fit that just there. So obviously we've still got to drill a hole here to mount the light onto, and I may have to adjust this a little bit at the back. But that gives me the tilt that I need if I need to move this around, because we've got a little tilt bracket on the bottom, and obviously we can move it in or out should we wish. May actually move that in a little bit further yet I want to try and keep it separate from the indicators, because obviously if you've got these on, it may be that the indicators aren't bright enough. If we get on the road, we've got these lights shining, it may be that we can't see them because of these, but these are going to be tilted down anyway. So on with the next step. So I think now I've got it where I'd liked it to be. Obviously we've got the adjustment in and out, and we've also got it up and down on that bracket. It's probably the third bracket I've made. You can see here I've bent it down and brought it across. What I've also done is I've welded a little piece in there to give it some more stability, so it shouldn't rattle around once it's fastened up. The bolts I'm using are a little bit thin for this, so what I'm going to do is replace these with something a bit more sturdy, so I'll give you a little bit more strength on there. And obviously when everything's tightened up, I will be running the wire neatly around into the bike and making sure everything works. So that's one bracket I'm possibly happy with. Till I get the bolts in and get a bit more sturdy, I think we've got a little bit of movement there. I'm just pulling that down a bit now, and it's moving. So what I would like to do is, if I can get a bigger bolt into that area, I should be able to make that stay in position. And then once we've got it all up and running, we will do a light test to make sure they are pointing the right direction, obviously not blinding anybody, but giving me good coverage in the dark. Obviously the Triumph one isn't as brilliant. Everybody says the same. They're not the brilliant lights they could be, but they're good enough for now. So these are just a couple of additionals. Hopefully people will see us when we are coming. So hopefully you can see this, but what I've done is I've taken the original mounting wiring that's coming out of the light and putting a slightly larger shrink wrap over that, and then a more slim line down here. I'm going to continue it round, so everything's going to be sealed up. Obviously water ingress on the bike is an issue, so hopefully when we shrink this up, we can shrink that up, and that'll get everything nice and snug, and we'll minimize the amount of water that can get into the wiring, or cleans it up anyway. Now when it comes to the shrink wrap, what I generally do is I buy a Sealy pack. The Sealy pack comes with different sizes of shrink wrap, gives you all the amounts and sizes. It's neatly in that. Now it's not a sponsored link, but if Sealy, if you want to get in touch, I would appreciate that, for all the equipment I've got in the garage that is a Sealy. So we've now got the wiring strinked up, we've got the length that we need. We'll start to feed that up towards that. So we've got a little bit too much at the end, so I'm just going to trim off the excess and then fit these, plug it in there, and we'll give it a test. So the lights themselves have been positioned differently. So this is slightly higher than that side, so that when people are looking at us up the road, then obviously we're getting 3 points of contact. Basically the headlight, this one's a little bit higher, that one's a little bit lower, just so that they will hopefully see us coming down the road. So the wiring goes from the switch we've got fitted up here underneath the tank, comes back, and then we've taken off a spare in red there off the back light. We've used the rear mounting bolt there for the earth, as you can see it brings round, and then we've got the relay that works here. Now obviously we wired this up so that the lights will go out when the ignition's turned off, so we're not going to run the battery out. So quite an easy install on the bike. Having these lights on will hopefully highlight our position when we're out on the road, so give other motorists a chance to see us coming, but also when we're out on a dark unlit road, it gives us more chance of seeing where we're going. So if you do like the video and have enjoyed it, then I would appreciate the thumbs up. If you do want to subscribe, remember it is free. It will help build the channel, and it helps get us noticed on YouTube. So that's about it for today, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.